Yeah, when Brian pulls a, I'm going back to bed, I worry he might be sick.
Or he had a couple glasses of wine last night, or
Yeah.
whatever.
I did watch a video of this yesterday on high speed.
Yeah, there's a pretty good bump. I don't know the distance, but just looking at the map profile. I don't know which climb that is on the course, though.
So we go all the way. All right, go ahead, Kel.
No, is it a scratch race on Tuesday?
Scratch, yeah, no point.
Okay. Okay.
Who's on your team, Kelsey?
I play with Sprock and Roll.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. We're all C's.
Yeah. How'd you do on the race this week?
Me or the team?
Both.
I think we're either third or fourth. And me, I think I was happy with it. I was like third on our team.
That's good for you.
You know.
I leaned us all towards sprinters when I put the lineup in for this week, and I put Bill on the bench. And then after racing it would have been a perfect race for Bill. kicking myself ever since.
Oh, it's funny.
I was happy to get the extra sleep.
Yeah. I was grateful that you didn't complain too much.
I don't think I'll ever complain, Tim. Don't worry.
Do you guys have people kind of fighting to ride? Like you got a big team?
No, I got 9 guys, and
Okay.
I'm usually twisting someone's arm to ride.
Okay.
Bill and Brian race every week. They'll do whatever crazy idea I throw at them. But then I think everybody gets. It's funny, guys. We always remember it's a game. It's good that we take it seriously and we get in shape. But I think people get nervous.
Sure.
So we're in good shape for this week. I like the lineup that we have. You know, it's a lot of the same guys on too, right? I've got John. John raced great. I've got Clay. Dean. Dean's out this week though.
Andy.
And then I don't know if you know David Alexander and David Pym.
Yeah.
All the Davids.
Are we recording voice on this?
I am, so I can turn that off if you want.
No. Making sure. Kelsey, what time is it where you are?
It's 4:18.
Oh my God.
I know I'm dedicated.
You are. That's amazing.
And you have a little boy, a little girl? How old is
a little girl? A little girl. She's 2.
Oh.
No, I actually prefer this time because if I was in your time zone, it wouldn't work.
Wow.
Because I leave for my job at 6 a.m.
You're right. It wouldn't work.
So it's totally perfect. I've always been a morning person, so I prefer it.
Yeah, one of the guys at work asked me if I was a morning person. I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
I'm in bed between 9 and 10.
Ooh, that's a little late. That's a little late for me.
Well, you're up an hour earlier than I am.
True. Good point.
So we're going to go down this hill.
Yeah.
And then we're going to make a right onto the...
Oh, we go right up the Glass Road. Okay.
Yeah. Into the mountain. Or that's where the first climb starts. So it's not a lot of warm up. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah, this is the first elevation. That looks significant, but of course it makes sense going off the glass roads. So
Most of the races at the top is on the glass road then.
Yep.
I think, yeah. Right, okay. I didn't actually watch the video to the end. It got boring.
Then I always have to pay attention to when we get our power ups because
there's
Not
one
very
at
fast.
the KOM banner, and it's supposed to be an anvil. So they talk about holding on to it in a couple of videos I watched.
okay.
Don't
There's
use
only-
it on the KOM descent.
There's only one.
One the entire
Okay.
race.
That
Yeah.
makes it easy to remember.
So it should be
at
pretty
least.
easy.
So in the video, this looked atrocious.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The HUD can't be showing the full climb, maybe?
No, that's it.
Not bad. He says at the beginning.
Yeah, it's early.
It's pointy, but it's not long.
We're not getting a leaderboard on our left for some reason.
Oh, because we haven't hit a banner.
So it didn't start yet.
Yeah, this isn't the KOM. This is just
Just a
that
fucking
we
hill.
mean? Yeah, it's just a bump.
A warm up climb.
This is the cost of admission to get to the climb.
It's finally a little chilly here today.
Yeah, what's your temp?
39 or 36.
Ooh.
So it's 43 here.
Where are you guys at?
I'm just outside New York City.
I'm Massachusetts, north of Boston.
Nice. I lived in Boston for 1 year.
What part?
Framingham. And then I worked in Brockton,
Brockton. Okay. Yeah.
and then worked in, a few different places, but I don't know how you got there. I'm a dietitian.
Okay.
So I moved out there to like get into sports nutrition.
Uh-huh.
So I started working at Lifetime Fitness. And then they pay you like garbage, so I started doing like contract nursing home work.
Okay. Yeah, I did. First part of my career, I was a physical therapist, so I did a lot of home care and
Oh yeah,
nursing home for a bit.
yeah. It's a tough area. But no, I'm a small town UP girl, so Boston is not my thing.
Yeah,
It was cool for a year. Cool for a year. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it was
But-
cool. Like I came here after college. I grew up in southern New Hampshire, so I knew the area roughly.
Yeah.
And Harpoon. They had Harpoon Fest. It was an awesome place to be at that point. But now I'm total suburbia.
Yeah.
Every time we have an office downtown. Every time I go in, I'm like,
Oh.
people, traffic. Everybody go home.
Even New Hampshire, I couldn't believe. You're going on a hike and you're with 1,000 people. Like, I can't just go pee in the woods. It was so weird.
Yeah, it is, especially the whites.
You know what race I did out there? That was awesome. Was See the Summit.
That Mount
Have you ever
Washington.
heard of that? Yeah.
You did on a bike or running?
It was a triathlon.
The triathlon. Yeah, I did. I biked up the summit on a
Ooh.
Washington.
I drove.
Yeah, it was somewhere. You did like a 1.5-mile swim, and then you bike 95 miles.
Yeah, that's a good.
I don't know.
There's a lot of hills. A lot of hills there. Not a lot of flat.
Oh, it was
On a
awesome.
tri bike, that would be tough.
And then you hiked up Mount Washington. It's cool.
Yeah, you get to that top, but there's that crazy head wall.
Oh. Yeah, I never biked it, but you got some cool riding there.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Do you guys both only ride?
Yeah. I only ride right now. I only ride indoors. Majority of my
cold.
world.
So I would answer the same as Tim right now, pretty much.
Yeah.
But
Historically, so.
Yeah, I went to college on a track scholarship. I used to
Oh,
run a lot.
cool. What did you do?
I was a distance runner. I was cross country and
Wow.
in college, like 5 and 10K on the track.
Wow. So do you run anymore?
Running's always been my first love, and I've so to set the stage, I'm 54 years old. So
Oh, you guys are old. How old are you, Tim?
Jesus Christ, Kelsey,
I'm sorry.
that was not the
I'm sorry.
reaction I needed.
You're pretty strong for an old guy.
Holy shit, it's getting worse.
I'm not as old as Bill, but I'm up there. I'm 50.
Well, I'm 35.
Yeah, this is awesome. So when I was 38, I basically had, from college, ran the New York City Marathon a few years after, took a couple years off after college, and got in shape, ran the marathon. Did very well. I was very happy. And then just kind of kept running. Nothing marathon again, but on and off. And then when I turned 38, during my 38th year, I'll say, at some point, I started having all these leg issues.
Oh.
And it wasn't anything like easy, like muscle pulls or tendon tears or something. It was just like this constant tightening at the time in my calf. And so every time I would run, I'd be out like 2 or 3 miles, and then this tightening would happen to the point where it's like I couldn't even fucking walk. Like,
Really?
so bad. So yeah, it was, I mean, I could walk, but it fucking hurt like hell. So it took a long time. I stopped running basically. Then met a guy who kind of specializes in musculoskeletal shit. At the end of the day, this will be good for you to know, Kelsey, probably.
Yeah.
This was all about, the problem was never with my calf. It was always about my calf compensating for weaker muscles, like up the chain.
Sure.
So like hamstrings or quads or glutes. So hamstrings, glutes specifically. I just kept working myself up the chain. And then a new muscle would hurt higher. And then eventually it was like, dude, my core is just not as strong as it needs to be. So I did a lot of core work. But anyway, point being, I did get back. I did a bunch of half marathons over the last 5 or 6 years. Did really well. I was very happy. Loved it. Was also biking at the same time. And then, but running just hurts me. I wake up the next day, it's just like stiff, fucking muscles hurt.
Yep.
When I ride, I don't get any of that. So
Right.
Didn't you have to have knee surgery too, Bill? That's like
that was like, yeah, it was not really a running thing.
okay.
That was just meniscus.
OLD thing.
Yeah, I was like literally like stretching my, like doing a yoga pose when that happened. So definitely OLD.
Well, yeah. I imagine I won't
story.
be able to run that long in my life. It is hard.
So I love it, but now like the biking, especially like riding with this group and Tim and Brian, it's just like become such a great place to go.
Yep.
Social. Like I feel like my best friends are on the team now. So.
Totally.
Yeah, I usually spend more time with Phil and Brian than I do anyone else besides my wife.
That's awesome.
Which makes me sad you're leaving. For how long, Tim, are you going to be out with this hip?
So Kelsey, I'm having my hip replaced.
Oh God.
Yeah, OLD. But I'm actually young to have it replaced.
Yeah.
Kelsey, throw in a comment. Come on, you make me feel a little bit better here.
Oh.
Here we go with the fucking hill.
Here it is. But this isn't the official start. This is the reverse one, I think.
Wait, what?
New York Com. So they're both called the New York Com, but we go to the right.
Yeah.
So there's another start line.
Oh.
This is the start line if you stay left.
Yeah, we've done this hill before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've done it a bunch of times. And it's very sharp, flat. So I raced this with Chris when I was getting back into it a couple years ago in his Zwift, and he had it like totally mapped out exactly where to go, and he crushed it. He was still building up, I think, from a knee surgery. But with the profile that we get now, stand up and push or whatever, spin and push on the steep stuff, keep with the group on the flat, rinse and repeat.
I do love this. Being able to see how the climb is.
Yeah.
Oh, that mini map is.
Yeah.
And then I have sauce running so I can see the whole profile.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so Bill, I'm like, I met with the nurse practitioners in HMT, which was really more just patient education than there was certainly no exam. Just teaching me everything I need. I'm like, when can I get back on the bike? And she said, well, like, go hard or just spin? I'm like, I can do whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously. And so she said, definitely not the first 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Before you're pre-op, before you're post-op. And then
Okay.
talk to him when you see him. So it might be, I'm reality setting a little. Every now and then I get a little like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Could be a bit. No, but whatever. The big focus is on walking and range of motion, so I'll get that back and get on as soon as I can.
Did you injure yourself?
No, I think it's probably a combination of some unfortunate anatomy,
Okay.
like how much your femurs rotate out as you
Sure.
develop. I always had like walk like a duck, toe out gait. And
Sure.
I wasn't a runner, but I got into it after college. Ran Boston, definitely screwed it up a little then, and then would bug me off and on, but always settle down. And then back in the spring, we were doing yard work, picking up leaves, and it just lit up, and it never went away.
Oh.
I couldn't.
Okay.
It started. I can't really walk super far, and sleep sucks.
Oh.
I need to do something about this. So I went in thinking it would be, maybe clean up a labrum or something. And they were like, "What did you do to your hip?" Like, here. Like you have arthritis. It's not if you need a hip replacement, it's when.
Oh my god.
So I did a cortisone shot. Gave me about 2 weeks relief, which was awesome. Then it came back, which was not. And so I said, sign me up.
Wow.
It was
Why
crazy.
is this?
But
Why is this little part of the HUD, the hill profile, fucking flashing? You guys see that?
a little yellow orange.
Yeah,
Must be in the middle of the gradient, maybe.
the 15, maybe because it's fucking deadly. 15%.
I actually like the KOM better in this direction.
All right, that doesn't seem as bad as it does in races.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because we're backwards. I don't know. Anyway,
It is the shorter way up. I think we'll be under 3 minutes, Bill, in the race.
We're also not going balls to the wall, so.
Nope. So if we can get
really? You guys
How
are
are
like
you
13 seconds back a second ago.
Bill stops.
Thanks for
Takes a
reminding
granola bar out of his jersey. Yes,
Hurry
that's
up,
your
you
one.
people.
That's your one power up, Kelsey, right there.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be 100% anvil, but that didn't work last week, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
So I'm looking at some of these other descent points. There is a descent point close to the finish line. So if you're in the lead group, like you can hold on to it and get some benefit later.
Okay.
I'll throw out some kilometer markers.
Is it only one lap?
1 lap, it's not long.
Okay.
Yeah, 20K.
Nice.
12-mile race. Yeah.
That's pretty short.
So everybody's going to be throwing all their fireworks out there.
Yeah.
So Bill, if we have any kind of, like we have you, me, Brian, we have David Alexander with us here, David Tim, like we just T down this.
Yeah.
Everything we can to get gaps.
So hard to get gaps on downhills, I think. I feel anyway.
Well, the only thing we have going is everybody's going to be sucking wind from the climb. We have to.
Yeah, and we have strength.
So like the main team, one of the teams we're competing against, Kelsey, is a bunch of other guys on sprocket steamers. So
Oh, really?
they're in first place and we're in second.
Oh. Are you guys close?
We might have been if Tim fucking had me race, but
if I had picked a better roster, it would have been a hell of a lot closer.
I'm kidding. We're being recorded.
I know. It all made sense at the time. So.
Another thing that I realize makes sense, Kelsey, in terms of like why you're so surprised about my age.
Yeah.
So, because Sammy and I met, so she probably told you I look like, like 38, 39 years old.
Right.
What's your relationship to Sammy?
She's my younger sister.
Okay. Like that. All right. At one point, your names were the same, and I was like, okay.
So, by the way, Kelsey, I think triathlons and you doing those things, and you did Ironmans, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I did a couple, like sprint tries. And while I know how to swim, and I fathom myself as a pretty good swimmer, definitely not competitive, I fucking hate to fucking swim.
Oh, fucking hate it. I literally learned to swim to do triathlon. So I am back 25%. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but I passed everyone on the bike, so that's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the sprint thing too, and I swim like a rock.
Yep.
So, I'm 22 years old. Get in there, you're with, 25 and under plus elite pro. Everybody looks like a goddamn surfboard. So, have you guys heard of Rick and Dick Hoyt?
No.
So he's the guy. So Dick used to push it. His son was born with balls and push him in the wheelchair.
Yeah,
so he did triathlons, and he was in the sprint triathlon with me. Like,
wow.
he's not
Really?
beating me out of the water. He chose him in a boat. Like, he's not beating me. I'm gonna beat the guy throwing his kid in the fucking boat. I don't know if I beat him though. The guy was a machine. But the same thing. As soon as we got on the bike, I would just pass everybody.
Yes.
And then it was a war of attrition on the run.
Right.
How many could I hold off as they caught me?
Right.
Back then, I didn't have a proper bike. I was riding on like some hybrid.
Oh, totally.
And I was passing people, and I fucking loved it. And people on like these fancy ass road bikes.
Yes.
Yeah, I never had a TT bike, so I'd be on my road bike. So I'd pass everybody on the hills.
Yep,
Pass
me
me on the
too.
flats, pass them all on the hills.
No.
I went by this guy. He had like I don't know if he had a disc wheel, but he had like a teardrop helmet on.
Oh, God.
I'm really into it.
See you the fuck later, dude.
That's awesome.
Like, why are you wearing that, dude? It's like a
Right.
15-mile
You're like
bike
an
ride.
idiot. Yes.
When it was early in the season, you could wear a wetsuit, so that gave me all sorts of help because I swim vertically.
Yeah.
Nice to get a little buoyancy in the legs.
All right, with 6K to go, I'm gonna say something that's dumb, but of course, it doesn't feel so bad.
You
No, it doesn't.
Sounds
dig
a lot
pretty
like
deep.
this.
You can dig really deep because it'll be over soon.
Right.
Yeah, to just rest up.
But there is a long tail after the descent, so like you don't put in the work, everybody's gonna catch back up.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody you can get rid of on the climb.
To me, that's where we should hopefully be also TTT, right?
Yep.
I can even break in the widget if we want.
We need it, yeah. We'll do shorter pulls though, 30 seconds. Just keep the speed up. So this is a spot right here. So we're at about 15K where there's a pretty good downhill. But I still
That's the
think
downhill.
save it
What
for
was that?
later. There's a downhill coming up, which is a potential anvil drop.
Okay.
So I think you still want to save it.
To the end?
Yeah.
I'll see what
Going
they
right
have.
into yeah, going down in. I'll show you. I'll call it out.
Where does this finish then? It can't finish the normal start pattern.
It does. It finishes uphill. It does a crazy like cutback. It doesn't do any of the perimeter. Like it doesn't stay on the perimeter. So we do. We cut back and then we cut through again, and then it finishes the uphill finish to the flat banner.
Right. But this will be the steepest downhill by far that we hit for a length, anyway.
It is. All right. So here we're hitting -6%.
So we're going to go back down to the normal roads. So it's going to be like the lumpy last 4K. Where are we coming out though? Coming out at the, look at the map. I think we're on the north side.
Yeah.
No, we're on the south side. We're approaching. Where are we?
No, we're north. We're north.
No, yeah, I'm sorry. We're not oriented on the map correctly. Yeah, so it's gonna be lumpy. We're going down the west side of the.
Yeah. I still think that's good for us.
So use the anvil at the right time on that last attempt.
So here's the three spots. I think you get dropped on the KOM. You use it on the downhill of the KOM. You're up front. You want to try to extend the lead, maybe. You drop it at 15K. You're doing okay. Everything's good. Then the next spot's coming up. I have to look how long it lasts, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's 15 or 30. I think it's 15. I think it's quick.
I didn't know they went to 30.
I thought the draft ban was 30.
Oh,
I have a draft van right now. You can check it out.
When you get old, Kelsey, it's tough to remember all these times and figures.
well, I don't know. You guys know the courses. You know all this shit. I'm just out here to ride. I have no idea.
Like, I remember when I first was Zwifted, was in the beta days, and I was like, oh, this sucks. This will never take off. Trainer road, so much better.
Yep.
And, a couple of years later, I go down to visit my mom in Florida. I rent a bike, going on the road. I'm like, wow, I miss Zwift. This sucks.
Yes.
Stop signs, wind, cars, no one paying attention. Holy shit. So here's the other spot, Bill. Descent right here. It's super short, but it's steep. Obviously not this part, but I think where we hit the tree or something.
Yeah, I see it.
So, drop it here. Yeah, it's -8. It's really steep. And then it's over. That's it. We enjoyed it.
But still, you're right. It's fairly lengthy. Negative incline.
So I think if everything is going well, and I have you and Brian with me, and we have anvils, we drop it there, and you guys just go long. I suck your wheel and go from there.
So it was 18K, about 18.1.
I think we cut left.
Yeah, we do. And then
Like I've ridden New York so many times, I've finally kind of figured out where I am a good portion of the time. It is one of the more confusing maps for how
yeah,
little tarmac there is.
it's so easy to get spun around. And you're talking to a guy who fucking like has been in this real life so many times. Yeah. I used to do all my warm-ups here too, like Zwift warm-ups.
Yeah.
Just recently moved to London.
I do Watopia flat route. Warm up. Is London always there?
Yeah, it's always there. To choose a workout from it is anyway.
Okay,
So
okay.
I do that workout to warm up.
Yeah, so uphill, super steep and bitey finish.
Yeah.
Which I still think is good for us. It is what it is. Good for David Pym. We got him here.
Hopefully.
Yeah, so even at Recon pace, we're finishing at like 38 minutes.
Nice. Yeah.
Average 224.